Hello, my beautiful friends. So yesterday I had a total brain fart, so I'm going to do it right now before I forget again. I am happy to announce I am able to give away a Bright Blooms kit from Colourarte. And it's not only the Bright Blooms kit, it's the big Bright Blooms kit. So what am I talking about? What's the difference? So Primary Elements is a brand of dry pigment made by Colourarte. They are a dry paint system that you mix in to a medium such as Polypore or Vivid Enamel. Okay? And you make your own paints. You do the pours. A lot of you know this information, okay? They're selling a Bright Blooms kit that is dedicated to doing this bloom recipe this month. What comes in that kit? The regular Bright Blooms kit is 12 of the primary element colors, the most popular ones, and an 8-ounce bottle of enamel. Well, in the big Bright Blooms kit, it comes with 12 of the big size primary elements, the 30 milliliter bottles, or tubs, I should say, and a big 32-ounce bottle of the enamel. So this is going to last you a long time. Valued at $147, and it could be yours. So I'm going to start moving stuff away quickly, and then I'll talk about it while I paint. So what we have here is all of my colors, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the interference colors mixed into the enamel that I just showed you, and Polycrylic, which is a water-based varnish. I'm going to list all this in the bottom. And they are all mixed 3 parts of the Vivid Enamel to 2 parts of the Polycrylic. Sometimes I do a 3 to 1. Sometimes I do a 3 to 2, depending on which technique I'm doing. So I'm doing a Dutch pour. I want it to be more fluid, so I'm doing 3 to 2. So really quick, my colors, so we can move on with this. I have black for a cell activator mixed with American Floetrol. That's it. I will show you the consistency. I put about a teaspoon of paint in this little plastic container and add Floetrol till it gets that thick. Nothing else. Then I have, and you're not going to be able to see these interference colors until they're mixed in with a darker color. They're kind of like a pearl with a hue of green. So this is the green pearl. Then I have for my opaque color, because you want to use opaque colors with a metallic-y type of, not metallic, I'm sorry, with an interference color, I have Holbein's Pthalo Turqoise. Love this color. I have Pebio's Iridescent Precious Gold, because I wanted a nice dark gold. I have Interference Gold Pearl and Blue Pearl. I'm using Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. Now, I could use Primary Elements for my blue here. The thing is that I like to mix brands. It's just something, my personal preference. So I'm using, that's why I'm using that. And it's just your simple metallic blue. Nothing special about it. Doesn't sparkle like the Primary Elements, but we're going to have a lot of sparkle here in a minute. So this is the interference blue. Again, you're not going to see it unless you have it laying on top of something that's darker, and that's why I have those blues. And then this right here is a blue sparkle. So the difference between the interferences, I'm not going to get into all this right now. It's going to be a quicker video. Difference between the interference and the sparkle is you get a nice sparkly shimmer, okay, versus just the color shifting. And I explained this in depth in the last 2 videos. So you can always go back and watch those too. So as I said, I'm going to do a Dutch pour. So the color scheme, as you can see, is blue, teal, black, and gold. Now, for the contest, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below that says you are subbed and you like. You could put SNL if you want. Very simple. Just something to tell me that you have done this, so I can write your name down, and we will have a drawing 1 week from today. I'll say next Friday. So this right here is white house paint right out of the can. It doesn't have Floetrol, anything like that in there. It's just plain old white paint from Walmart, ColorPlace, semi-gloss, white wall paint. And I'm going to get it all over my canvas here. Okay. And then we're going to come down this way. And I see a few little globs in here. So I'm going to pause you guys and pick that out. So yes, whoever wins that kit is going to be a happy camper. So make sure you subscribe and you like and you comment. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I had a good laugh last week. Somebody said, "Oh my God, you waste so much paint." If you think that little tiny bit is so much paint, I'll tell you what, you haven't seen anything, because you're going to waste some type of paint in this sport. I call it a sport in this art, because you have to tilt, and you know, you can try to tilt it onto another canvas, but have fun with that. That's all I'm going to say. I would rather waste the 75 cents worth of paint than waste a $10 canvas pouring muddy paint down onto it. All right, let me just clean this up. Okay, so here we go. If you win that kit, all you're going to need to be able to do balloons is a small can of Polycrylic, which you can buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. You will need a bottle of Floetrol, because you need Floetrol for your cell activator. And then you will need a good white or black. I recommend either the black that I'm using, which is this Carbon Black by Golden, or an Amsterdam White acrylic. So I am going to do this a little differently today, I think. I think what I'm going to do is, well, let me put these down first and see. I was thinking maybe I would blow up first, then down, but no, I'm not going to do that. All right, so here goes the interference blue. And I'm thinking that my line will have to be a little bit thicker, because I'm doing both halves of the canvas. So let me just thicken the width up here. So yeah, and then you don't have to do blooms if you don't want to. You can take that enamel and you can put that in a cup with a little bit of water and pouring medium, I believe, to thin it out. Don't quote me on that. I will find out though. And then you can pour with it. But either way, the primary elements, they're just gorgeous. All right, so now I'm going to do the blue sparkle that I have. So it's going to be a lot of white looking paint. Again, you're not going to see it until it blends in with the darker colors. Okay, then I'm going to put down this blue. Then we're going to do the green, interference green. On top of that. Interference gold. Okay. Then the Pepio gold. And last but not least, our cell activator. Nice thick line, thick enough so that I could blow it in both directions. It's coming out kind of crazy there. Want to make sure there's enough. All right, we're going to pop those bubbles really quick and we're going to start blowing. All right, so here we go. I got my Demon dryer out and we're going to go low, cool. When you hear this, the dryer speeding up, it's because I'm hitting the cool button. All right, look at that. Woo! All right, now comes the fun part. We got my little airbrush out. Oh my God. Oh, beauty. All right, here we go. Wow. Oh, I know somebody that's going to be wanting this. I tell you. I cannot wait to show you this. Wow. I'm just looking at this. Oh my gosh. And I cannot even tell you that once I get this dried in resin, this is going to be something else. I don't want them to be all even. I like the wispy edges. Holy cow, guys. Wow. I think I could retire now. So there's my $1 million painting. Then again, I don't know, maybe I'm making more out of it than it really is. I'm done. I just can't even stand to be in the same room with this painting right now. It's making me want to rub my face in it. Oh my goodness. Get off of there. Come on. It's got one little part here that's annoying me, of course. Oh my God, guys. Let me shut off the lights and show this to you. I shut off the lights because that's the best way for you to see the interference. All right, here we go. So I'm going to take this time to thank you for watching. Remind you to comment, subscribe. You'll see the interference more when I go back over it in the opposite direction. Subscribe, like, share, comment. All the links will be down below for Primary Elements by Colourarte, the Bling interferences sold by the same company. Oh my God. I haven't even gotten to my favorite part yet. Look at this. Would you look at that? Links to my pouring group on Facebook, United We Pour. All right, here we go. Watch. Now, obviously, I used all blue and green, so you're not going to see it as much as the rainbow. sell one that I did. So join my Facebook group. Amazon shop is down there. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. There we go. All right, my friends, make sure you sign up for the contest. Sign up, sign up. It's magnificent. It is magnificent. I want to thank you guys for watching. And until next time, my friends, happy pouring.